Hey, it's me, Saul. I am back today with another conversational video, just completely unscripted. I wanted to talk to you guys about my thoughts on the rank system, and you seem to really enjoy the last video that I did that was in this format, where I kind of just talked to you more than I edited and all that kind of stuff. We're gonna get back to the edited content after my exams and everything, but in the meantime, I figured that this would be a nice way to engage with you. So, my thoughts on the rank system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links. Just like the last time, I only have as long as it takes the AI to finish all of the battles against NPCs. So I'm gonna auto duel in the background. Once I'm out of auto duel battles, whether or not I'm done making all of my points, the video ends. Let us begin. I need to set that to 1. That has to be set to 1. Okay, so the rank system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is an interesting one. So you start at, I think, like rookie, then you go up to bronze, then gold, then silver, yada yada. That's backwards, but you get what I mean. All the way up to platinum, then legend, and then you do the 5 in a row for King of Games. Now, the first time, when I first got into Duel Links, like the first time that I hit King of Games, it was spectacular. I remember the day. I remember exactly where I was, what I was doing. I was over at my partner's house, right? I think she was in her 2nd or 3rd year of uni or something like that. I was either in my 3rd year or I had graduated. And I was piloting the Bujins, and I had just like mastered, in my opinion, how to use a Bujin deck. And I had been struggling to get that 5 in a row. I kept on going up and down for like days, and the ranked season was about to end, and I was so like passionate about it. She knew as well, like she was actually standing by, like watching, seeing if I can make it up. And I remember the last duel that I had was against a Blue Eyes player who misplayed, well, not misplayed, he crashed into a crane, right? He didn't know how the Bujins worked, and I got the win. And I have the recording, like I still have it recorded, the first time I ever ascended from legend to King of Games, and it was an amazing process, right? I felt so happy, I felt so joyous, like I was screaming. It was so freaking exciting. And then the next time I hit King of Games, I was at the airport, and I had a couple of minutes to spare, and I did it before my flight, and it really wasn't that hard. It was a lot less exciting, a lot less anime, as it were. Like the first time I felt like I was trying to reach over the iron wall, and the second time it was just kind of like, okay, cool sensation, but I've done this already. Like I've done this. The first time I was like, okay, I don't know if I can do this. This is exciting. This is crazy. But the second time, it has less of all of that, those emotions and those feelings. And every other time after that has really just been for the gems, right? Like the journey is cool. The journey is fun. The journey is fine. But once you get kind of like used to it, it stops being as meaningful, as impactful, right? Now, for a new player just getting into the game, I completely understand why you would want to reach King of Games, because like it just feels good. It makes you happy, right? Like it's the title, King of Games, right? And you're doing it. This is an anime game. You want to feel like you're in the anime king. Oh, am I losing? Jesus. See, the thing about it is you want to feel like you're in the anime. You want to feel like you've done something wild, spectacular. You're having a great time, and I lost. It feels bad, right? But at a point you realize that you are a King of Games, not the King of Games. It becomes commonplace, right? Like King of Games ends up just being the starting point for some of the top tier players. Like I've played in a couple of tournaments now, and tournaments were where I went to once I realized that King of Games wasn't all that. Like playing on the ladder isn't all that after you've hit King of Games, because like after that, okay, then what, right? And I started playing in tournaments, and I have not played against a single person in a tournament who was not consecutive King of Games. So like, it just kind of stopped feeling special. And it doesn't help that once you're King of Games, there's not really anything to do. Like I, as a content creator, I can still find enjoyment from the ranked grind. I still find enjoyment in the ranked grind because the last King of Games that I did it on stream, and it was really fun to do it with you guys and come up with ideas and strategies. Okay, let's take this card out of the deck. Let's do it this way. Let's change this up to try and help me get that 5 in a row in a set time period, right? Those extra stakes and conditions made it a lot more entertaining for me. Like I felt a rush again. But then not everyone is a content creator. Not everyone has, you know, that overwhelming experience when they try to hit King of Games. So something that would make it more fun, more meaningful, is, in my opinion, is to up the rewards. 200 gems for going through all of that and then getting the 5 in a row. to me, it's just underwhelming. At the end of the day, it doesn't, unless you're like grinding out for gems and you're a free-to-play player, it doesn't feel worth it. Even then, it doesn't feel worth it. It just feels like you have to do it, right? So that's the first thing. I think that the rewards for hitting the title King of Games should be significant. Give us 500. Give us a 10 pull, right? We just became the King of Games, my guy. This is the one that I doubt the most because like Konami, the gem economy. I don't think that they're stingy because I've taken to making a lot of free-to-play accounts recently because I wanted more accounts to get more decks and everything to build and do everything. And the ease with which I've been able to build just about every relevant deck in the game that I've wanted personally on these other accounts, I don't think it's stingy. I just think that it's really a grind game. The longer that you go on for, the less that they're willing to give you effectively, right? And I get it. It's a business. You need to make money. So that's fine. Fair. Put that to the side. What other ways could we improve the King of Games experience? I don't think that once you hit King of Games, the ranked grind should stop. It felt so underwhelming. It's like, okay, I'm a King of Games. Now what? Like when you battle someone in the King of Games rank, they will either scoop or come in with like, some people will be experimental, and that's fun because at the King of Games rank, you have nothing to lose. You can't D-rank, but at the same time, you have nothing to lose. You can't D-rank, which means there are people who will come in and not really care, so they'll just scoop. Like right as soon as they see you have a card touch the field, they just scoop, and then you don't get to play, they didn't get to play, no one is happy. So I feel like there should be something to lose, but with something to lose, that means there's also something to gain. I think that there should be a rank system in King of Games whereby you count up. Okay, who's the highest ranking King of Games right now? Who's doing the best out of all of the Nakamas that are involved in the equation, right? And you can grind it out, and then maybe the increased gems that I was talking about, somewhat like the KC Cup, where you have the highest ranking King of Games at the end of the season, they get more rewards. And I feel like that would just make it more competitive, more interesting, more well-rounded and fleshed out, so I can enjoy the game for a longer period of time. Obviously, if you want to get more competitive, you can look to the competitive scene. Tournaments held by DLE, DLM, all those different people. But if you're looking to stay in the game, like I was for a couple of years when I first got into it, that would make it a lot more engaging for a longer period of time because you feel like the journey to King of Games would still be so momentous because it's like, oh wow, I finally made it to the top of the hill. And then you have that anime moment where you realize power scaling, that there's still a ways to go to get to the top, but like you still got to enjoy the experience of earning the title. It's kind of like when Goku gets Ultra Instinct, it's like, oh wow, this Jesus, Taya, what did it together? It's like, this is like the form of the gods. There's no way he can get better than this. Like, this is Ultra Instinct. And then you find out he's got the lowest form. So that means he's reached the top and he had to stop. No. He's reached a level of power that we thought was wild, and the experience of reaching that peak pinnacle of power was insane. And then you find out he's just getting started, right? I absolutely freaking love that. Sorry, so I paused there out of sheer force of habit because I'm so doing these kinds of videos where like I'm just conversating is so different from what I'm used to, right? Because like I'll make a point, stop, do all the snappy choppy edits, look for anime that I can use to like embellish my points, whereas here I'm just talking to you. And if you've watched this far, thank you. I appreciate you. Comment to let me know you made it this far because like damn. My biggest fear with content like this is that it would be less engaging, right? But if you're enjoying it, then you're enjoying it, and I appreciate that you're enjoying it because it means that I can still pursue my goals of content creation while working towards my exams. That was a complete tangent, and I just basically wasted an entire duel talking about it. Let's move on, right? So the rank system, hold on, how are you not leveled up, my guy? I'm trying to level up my all of my Dark Side of Dimension characters are all level 34. I don't like incompleteness, incompletability, and so I want them all to be at level 30 and just firm it. So I'm just going after the level 35s on all of them. It's not necessary, and this experience would be better spent going after gems, but shut up anyway. So those are retry. So those are my primary thoughts on the ranked system. Those are my primary beliefs as to what they could do to change it. I also feel like being King of Games should like come with other benefits. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I doubt they would give us more experience, but maybe like an extra, No, I was about to say maybe they could give us like an extra deck slot, but that feels a bit broken, right? Because that's a system of the rich getting richer. We're already the top players in the game, and then you give us more power. But I want more extra deck slots in the game. I'm just trying to think of ways that they could introduce it, because currently to get more extra, a lot of people don't know this. To get the extra deck slots, you just have to do 100 synchro summons and 100 100 XYZ summons, and you get those. So that would be a cool thing. But something that's more realistic is like, okay, maybe there's dual orbs that you get when you complete duels. Maybe there's a number of things that they could do. Really, just give better rewards. Make it feel okay. Beautiful. We made it to the top. Make it feel like I stand out. Like, don't just turn my name red because no one ever gets to see it. Like, make me feel like I have priority. Give me special perks, kind of thing. Like, sorry, I paused again. I paused again out of habit. Like, give us a 1.5, a 1.25 rate, right? Like on event rewards, right? Give us a 1.25 boost for having reached the title of King of Games. That's not a crazy amount. Give us a little bit more XP when we duel people, 1.25, right? That way there's incentive. Like, give us the incentive to play your game. And then because people want the rank of King of Games, they end up playing the game more, right? I feel like that's a benefit to Konami as well. I would find that so freaking nice, so freaking fun, so meaningful. I didn't just get King of Games for the sake of getting it, because after that first time, it's really just for that 200 gems and the sake of doing it. But like with more incentive, that wouldn't necessarily be the. I shouldn't have dueled with Taya again. She's already level 35. This is literally a waste of a duel once again. But that being said, I'm pretty sure I've said the bulk of what I had to say. So you know, there's that. I have a problem. I can't. I keep pausing, but like I've said the bulk of what I wanted to say anyway. So thank you for watching. Give me your thoughts on the ranked system in Duel Links. Tell me if you like it. Tell me if you don't like it. I think the system of where you have to get the 5 in a row, it's difficult, and it doesn't, because like, what if you brick, right? That doesn't really take RNG into account. But that being said, it being that difficult gives some value to the title in and of itself. It's frustrating, don't get me wrong, but it's also very satisfying when you do it. And so I feel like if they were to make the requirements for King of Games easier, it's already not the most meaningful thing in the world, but it would become even less meaningful at that point. But let me know your thoughts down below. I would really appreciate just having a conversation effectively. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you've been entertained. I hope I've gotten some cogs turning. I want to see some good ideas on what they could do about ranked. So I've been Saul. You've been entertained, I hope, and bye.